Hello, everybody. It's your girl Lesego here. Those who know me as Bonala, big shout out to you too. So finally, I get to do my story properly, guys. My story was wiped from my phone and everything, but then that's okay. And without any further explanation, the reason why I actually opened YouTube, guys, now is to talk about my story because I remember last year, I think it was around about November or something, I decided to write about my story on Instagram. I really don't know what made me do it, but I decided, "Khore, let me just share my story." So, okay, guys, now let's just get right into the video because I really don't know how this is gonna go for me, because this is like the third time I'm recording this, and I just hope everything's just gonna go well. And I pray God gives me strength, and I also pray that I get to do this video properly, and I hope that I could share everything with you guys. So without any further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, guys, so let's have a chat, right? So I was born with a condition called spinal bifida. I really don't know what is it till this day. All I know, I was born with a condition that's called spinal bifida, right? And with that being said, I grew up without being able to control my bladder. Till this day, I can't control my bladder. I can't stand on my toes. I can't run. So this condition has actually affected me a lot, so I was born with it, and then I was operated on my spinal cord, my lower back, when I was 3 days old, right? So I was operated on my lower back, like I said, right? So my operation on my lower back, I had this, I don't know what to call it. It looked like an egg. It was round, you know. So I grew up wearing diapers. I wore diapers until grade, I think it was grade 7, because I didn't get nekisna size yeah the diapers, because I was old. I mean, there's no human who wears, diapers until 14 years old, so how has this condition affected me? So growing up, I grew up wearing diapers, nekapara pampers, so yeah. So growing up from crèche, I went to preschool. Is it preschool? Do we call it preschool? Pascal, guys, I don't know. Go crèching. Like, it's in a crèche, school of disabled or something, if I still remember that, because my doctor said I was disabled. So it was the preschool is near Steve Biko Hospital. So I went there. I think it was like for a year or something. I did not understand the fact that why it's an because I did not see anything wrong with me. So because I knew I was able to see Uguti, some kids were on wheelchairs, crutches, and whatsoever. And then me, I saw myself as normal, but then I did not understand why because I'm not disabled. So it was quite sad. So growing up, it has affected me a lot, like a lot. Tlhaloganyo, I was a bit slow in certain things, like I can't remember things. So fast forward, grade 4. Grade 4, there was a time it actually got bad. It got bad to a point that there was a moment that my doctor suggested that time to ampere a certain pipe because I couldn't, like, guys, I can't feel it. I don't have that thing when you're pressed, this thing that you guys doing, like, oh fuck, I don't feel that. So my doctor suggested gore ba ntsentse pipe because ne ke ba le infection as well, ne ke thoma go rota madi and all that. So pipe ale, I started using that pipe, and I think it didn't last me that long because Leona, it was causing infection, and it was also drawing attention in primary school because everybody was like starting to stare at me. I had this huge bag on me, and everybody, girls, every time I went to the bathroom, people wanted to see what can the pipe egg, yeah, because most of when I wear school dresses, because I couldn't wear school pants. When I wear or rather when I wore school dresses, it would appear, because the pipe was huge, and you would see like this thing is connected to my vagina. So people would wonder, "Ukuthi kanti, Bonolo, what's happening with you? Like, why this? Why that? Like, what's going on?" So I stopped using that pipe because it was causing infection, and I was on medication, folic acid, because my mom, during her pregnancy with me, she did not drink medication due to some whatever personal things that she went through as well that caused me to have this condition. No blame though. Like, guys, this is hard. Like, this is hard. Oh. So right now I want to talk about bullying. Bullying. Ooh, guys, azankalam bully yana. Azankalam bully yana. In high school, in primary school, I didn't experience much of bullying. But in primary school, I did not experience bullying. But in high school, I experienced a lot of bullying. I experienced a lot of bullying. It was crazy. So I remember there was this one first day in high school, grade 8. I was so excited. So I went to high school, and first day ko sekolong, ka hopola re ile ko holong, and a re re na fatshe. We sat down, and I remember the thing is if I drink a lot of water, I know that I should use the bathroom, because I remember the day before, my first day at school, and I did not pee in the morning. So I told myself that little did I know that I'm gonna be late for school. By the time I got to school, sharp. So I asked this one teacher, if owner could mention her. I asked this one teacher, like, your vrouw, can I alsjeblieft badkamer toe gaan? And she's like, no, you can't go to the bathroom. What? I'm like, ma'am, I have a medical condition, so I need to use the bathroom. Don't tell me about your medical condition. You can't go to, like, we start to speak Afrikaans right now. Don't tell me about your medical condition. Like, it's time for school right now. What is school's about to start? And I'm like, time, I'm so praised, guys. Time, I'm so praised. It was like insane. So we sat down, Ranahati. So okay, whatever, everything happened, and then it was time to stand up and sing the school anthem. It was time to sing the school anthem. So there was this one hand that was sitting behind me. I was in grade 8, remember? So it was time to stand up because I was sitting like this, Kristema Otovele Rense hat. I'm so gonna sit like this because I'm comfortable now, you know. And then it was time to stand up, and I was wearing school pants, you see. So meanwhile, my legs are open. I could tell that I'm wet in between my thighs, and I can't stand up. And there's these two girls that I went to primary with, Chloe and Tamsin. Yeah, Chloe and Tamsin were the two girls that I went to primary with. Okay, cool. So I'm like to them, guys, there's no way I could stand up. They're like, why? I'm like, I peed myself, because they knew my situation since primary school, you know. Like, I can't stand up, guys. There's no way I could stand up, you know. I was like, okay. Then that teacher came to me. She's like, you're very disrespectful. I don't know you, and it looks like you're in grade 8, and you have this bad attitude. I'm like, ma'am, I can't stand up. And she's like, why? I'm like, I can't stand up. And she's like, why can't you stand up? I'm like, ma'am, I peed myself. No, don't tell me that you can't stand up because you peed yourself. Stand up. It's time to sing the school anthem. Like, that teacher was causing a scene, guys. Like, she was causing a scene. I ended up standing up. The moment I stood up, guys, I was the joke. The moment I stood up, the anthem was over. It was time for us to go to our classes. So everybody saw Ugutiki rotate, because I ended up taking off my school jersey and fastening it on my waist so that people don't see, but it was too late because most of the people saw or would see I pee myself, and I was the joke of the day. Like everywhere I went to the tuck shop, yo, I shouldn't want wala at the rotating when I go to class. I shouldn't want at the rotating, guys. It was horrible. It was horrible. Fast forward grade nine, grade my second grade nine. Yeah, because I failed my first grade nine. My second grade nine, um, there was this Han. No. First grade nine. Yeah, first grade nine. There was this Han, well-known influencer right now. Um, in grade nine, I was in my what you might call it, economics and management science class, and she was pausing. Ne? As she was pausing, Otama Lichumi and where high, you know. So she's like, ah, Chumi, actually, we know all about Amaso. I'm like, "Oh, no, what's Amaso?" So, like, in my class, everybody's quiet because we're busy with our work, you know. So she just walked past. She's like, Chumi, actually, we know what Amaso. And when I looked through the window, she's actually demonstrating to the girl, and my teacher could see Uti Peloyaka because anger, guys. The bullying was like causing me a lot of anger. Anger. I pushed my table. The teacher was like, no, ignore her, just ignore her, because like no good you know, bullying was insane, guys. Like the bullying in that I experienced in high school was insane. I went through a horrible things in high school with bullying regarding my condition. You know, people, most of the supportive people, and the people were in matric, you know, but they loved me because at some point they called me the shortest girl in the school, but I was not, and the cutest girl in the school because I was cute, and I still am, you know. So sweet. Yeah, I saw her during break that hand, and she mocked me. She kept on mocking me, mocking. Guys, I'm laughing right now, but then it was horrible. It was honestly horrible, you know. And then the worst moment that I experienced in high school was in grade 10. So in grade 10, there was this one time I peed myself horribly, so you know, I couldn't even hide it, you know. Fortunately, I had a supportive friend. I'm gonna put her name here. So itumeleng motel mokwape, you know. I remember I peed myself in high school. I was very sick that day, and I think we were having tests, you know, so I couldn't skip school. So I peed myself, and I remember I called her. I was like we used to call each other Scobo. You know, there was this LO teacher of ours who gave us this name Scobo, sharp, sweet. She's like, I'm like Scobo, oko guys. She's like, go gate, you know. And I'm like, yo, bruh, something happened. She's like, what's up? I'm like, bruh, I pee myself, and like I'm super wet. I can't like go out. Everybody's gonna see me. Then she's like, okay, I'm coming. You know, okay. In a split of a second, she was already there, guys. You know, like I messed up myself horribly to a point the hore I shit myself. Like literally, I shit myself. Like literally, get the guy easy. You know, and because guys, my bladder and this lower part, yeah, guys, is it's not working, guys. It's not functioning at all. And she came, and we skipped out because our first we shared, or rather Nertsena, most of like 3 classes together, English together, and maths, and I don't remember what else, you know. Oh, and register period, you know. So guys, like Motel was so supportive. I I never thought that in my life I would have a friend who'd actually do something like that for me, you know. And to so like I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed. Like I was like, is she really doing this? Is she like white? Like guys, like I can't explain what Mateo did for me. Like I owe her a lot. I can't explain what she actually did for me that day. I will never forget that day, guys. I will never ever forget that day. She went to one of the workers in school, right, to ask for a cloth and something else and tissue and whatever because there was no tissue in the bathroom. Guys, I tla le bag no. Yeah, utlile le baguette a tshela le metsi. Guys, I tlapisa like motheo on like untlhapisitse. She literally amphumula a re sko botlo ba shapo ke boletse le some teacher gore o be ba utlisitse uniform because like I was wet and everything, like I couldn't believe my eyes. Okay, fine. After the whole thing that happened in the bathroom, excuse me, we went to our it was register period. She skipped 3 of her classes, then it was register period, and then I went to register class first. They've my fellow classmates found me in my register class. So before that, my register teacher was like, "It's regular, something does not smell nice." And she's like, "Can you hear it?" And can you smell it? Sorry. I'm like, "No, I can't." Meanwhile, I knew it was me, you know. She's like, "No, man, bonolo wat gaan aan." And I'm like, "Met vad, juffrou?" She's like, "No, something does not smell nice." I'm like, "Hey, I don't know what you're talking about, ma'am." Sweet, okay, sharp. Oh. And then my fellow classmates, it was register period. My fellow classmate bad, and then Herbert and Alibona, as they were enter, because I was sitting close to the door, they're like, "No, man, something does not smell nice. What's going, like, what's that smell?" And I started to break down. Motel saw Uwiti, I am breaking down. The teacher also saw Uwiti. I something's not it's not okay with me. I left the class and I went back to the bathroom. I cried, guys. I cried tears. And yeah, man, so it was the worst day. I would say that day was the worst day of my life in high school. And then the worst experiences I've experienced in high school, there were moments where I remember it was in my life sciences class, grade 11. um so we were chilling class enjoyed doing nothing, and then I was asleep, because I didn't have friends in the class. I was asleep, and then someone randomly would just say, "Mem, like something smells like fish." Like fish. And I don't know if they did it on purpose or something, because most of the people in high school knew my condition. It was no longer a secret. Ubiti, I'm wearing diapers right now, not diapers, but like adult pads. So someone like would just hate me and be like, "Ma'am, something smells like fish, like whatever," and someone would reply, "We all know kebunolo. Like, why should we hide it? Hore kebunolo." And like, guys, I really did not have the strength to fight back or to argue and reply the person back. Hore, like, why would you say next namadla? Because I was just over it. So people would just like comment badly, say that honkafi she, whenever I walk, people would like mock me. I remember this one time during break, this hand came up at me. She's like, "Kanti bonolo why o so?" I'm like, "It's a mabiang." Like, there was a moment I was like, "Okay, guys, like, because I don't understand. Why get a I fail to understand so how do I walk? And I was like watching her demonstrate so I was like, "Oh, so that's how I walk. That's how you guys see me walk." But it was quite confusing because I would get compliments about the way I walk. Walk how it does, and then you'd get people to be like, "Hey, when I walk how I come what am I so?" So yeah, my story. So I also remember visiting a friend of mine slash business friend. I'm not sure if I could mention him. Oh, he said I could mention him, so I'll put his name right here. So I remember there was this one time. It was in August, the day after my birthday. I went to go visit him. Okay, sweet, yabo. So in my bag, obviously I have my pads. So we were chilling, smoking some happily, having a conversation, having a good time, drinking, whatever. So my bag was on his couch, and this yellow bag that I always carry, it was because my pads are big, you know. When he took my bag, he wanted to move my bag from the couch to the table, you know. Then he's like, "Kanti, what do you have in here, Lesego?" You know. And I'm like, "Nah, get a million, it's at least." And then I grabbed my bag. Then he grabbed his bag, then he opened it. I froze, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, the moment he saw the pads, he like, because it was the first thing that he saw, I didn't, and like, I woo la pet, yeah, it's like, what's this? Wapara pampas. You see my reaction now? That was my reaction. And he's like, wapara pampas. I'm like, no. Then he's like, what's this? Kere? It's the pads that I wear, but I don't want to talk about it. Just put it back and let's just smoke. Guys, he hurt my feelings, but we spoke about it. I remember we spoke about it and we were all chilled. Yo, yo. Guys, it's not that always easy. I don't like it when people like want something from me and they snatch it or something. Or rather when you want something and you know that I have it, I don't allow people to open my bag, especially if you don't know about my condition. I won't easily allow you to open bag yaka because it look like the pads and then get a hulu, and ga di tlwaelege, if ga o itse gore go na le phete e kana o tlo makala gore bonolo apara pampers because it looks like a diaper, and the first thing you'd say ukuthi bonolo apara pampers or Lesego apara pampers, as much as my business partner slash friend said it ukuthi, is it a diaper? It was not a diaper, it's a pad. I buy them, it clicks. So yeah, guys, so it's it's been quite a journey. Shit. But yeah. So with this condition, guys, I went to various pastors, churches, seeking for help, seeking for a miracle to drop by. I went to a very famous pastor. He was very famous back then. Met him 9-9. I did everything. Maybe I touch the screen of your TV. You'll receive a miracle. Hey, you'll feel better. Touch mo go leng botlhoko mo teng, touch mo utlwang pain mo teng, touch mo lwalang fo teng. I did all of that. I went to churches. I remember go na le mme o mong sale ra ya ko yena, and then she was like, I'm gonna be disabled forever. Cause like, guys, I was seeking for help. I was getting tired. My mom didn't this thing. It's like utloba mo wheelchair, I was like, certain things I did not believe. Ke tloba mo wheelchair yang. Like, wena o itse bjang gore ke tloba mo wheelchair? Who are you to tell me gore ke tloba mo wheelchair? I remember I back chatted at her. I was like, wena o mang tlo mpotsa gore ke tloba mo wheelchair? And I was never, wena o mang gore tlo mpotsa gore ke tloba mo wheelchair? Like, there was a point where I was getting tired of this condition. No, guys, at this age and this time, kalapa, guys, ka condition kuri, it's heavy. It's heavy. I wouldn't even wish it on my worst enemy to go through what I went through and still going through with this condition. I wouldn't wish it on my own worst enemy because who would guys, having to check if pete how it tletse or having to go to a bathroom every after any drink, like after sipping I give it on this bottle of water, guys, I have to go to the bathroom. So every time I drink something, I have to go to the bathroom. If you've been around my circle, or rather you've been around me, you'd know every time bonola fetona something or whatever, ke tlo khopela toilet, and I don't like going to the bathroom alone, and I feel like I could no tshwenya batho ka botsa khopelong khape toilet and whatever. It was getting heavy, it's still getting heavy. So guys, it's been been quite a journey. 20 years of my life with this condition, and I really don't know gore go phela ka yona forever or what's really gonna happen kana. But I feel like I am gonna live with it forever. You know, I've fully accepted the situation, gore go yana, you know, so there's nothing I can do about it. At this stage, I've fully accepted myself. I wear adult diapers, adult pads. The way I'm so used to saying diapers, I wear adult pads, and yeah. So I have to drink my medication so that my urine does not smell or have infection whatsoever. You know. So yes, guys, this is my story. I don't know what is it that I've missed, but oh, the support from my friends. Oh, I have the most supportive friends. The most supportive friends. The most supportive friends. Like my circle is supportive, and I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. Each and everyone. My best friend and her twin sister, my high school friends, and everybody who's been close to me, my partner who's been supportive, everybody. I truly appreciate it, you know, guys, because there was moments where I was even shy to talk to my partner because wait, having to mention it every time I get a new partner and I had to open up to them Uguti, babe, like ke motho mo solo solo so kapara ntho e le solo so. Fortunately for me, all of my partners or the people that I dated, two of my exes, they were supportive, and one of my ex's family was also supportive, you know. So everybody who's been in my life, they've been supportive with this condition, you know, and they fully accepted it. They were not shocked, surprised, acted weird, you know. They were there for me, and I want to thank everybody who's been there for me, everybody who's been sending me DMs, the love and everything, everybody who was able to share their stories with me in the DMs, guys. I truly appreciate it, and love and light to you guys. I hope you guys also find the strength to open up, find the strength to love yourself. You know, I still don't have enough confidence to say I love myself, but I do. But I don't have that confidence to show myself and show my full body pictures and everything. But thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I truly appreciate it for you guys tuning in and making the time for coming here and watching my video. Please do make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Please make sure that you also turn on your post notification, because there's more coming from your girl. It does not end here. So yes, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in, and God bless. I love you guys so much.